but we're gonna show some distance here.
Yeah, we're good.
A little bit. I think I'm in the shop. Let's
There you go. You can see it.
There you go. Okay. I'm in the shop. So, Extinct Legends, I'm here with William from High Octane. William was gracious enough to let us come over here and interview him today. He's got one of his projects going on here. I just met him at the Mecum Auto Auction in Kissimmee. Congratulations on that car and getting rid of it. Man, it was very, very nice. And so we're just car talk today, and just wanted to kind of big you up a little bit. I walked up to you, I saw you out there shining up that CUDA. I didn't even realize it was a resto mod. The Challenger, yeah, I'm sorry. It looked so good, man. I thought it was a brand new one. And then when I started looking at all the details and things on there, man, it was just amazing. So I'm in the area, road trip today for Extinct Legends. We're up here in Georgia. And so, appreciate you. And
glad you guys come up.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about how you got started in the business, and then we'll get into some of your projects and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I was saying, I used to work doing aircraft and doing interiors on airplanes and stuff like that. It's the stress. And for me to relieve this stress, I would actually go out to the garage and I would build a car. The first car I built was a 70 CUDA for a street car. It took me about 3 years to build it, but when it was done, I took it to the first car show and I won Inspector's Choice and Best Show. The second car show I went to, it won Best of Show. Same thing for the third. And my buddies were all like, man, I can't believe you just built a car and you're already winning Best of Show.
That's awesome.
And I wasn't even finished with it. I still had the striping to do and everything else. And so, long story short, my wife's like, if you can make money at it and you enjoy doing it, then relieve the stress. Do it.
And that's awesome when your wife is on board as well too. It makes life a little bit easier too.
Yeah, you definitely, no doubt about it.
Yes. So I built two cars when I was up in Indiana, the CUDA and a 71 Super B, and sold both of those. Actually, I sold the Super B up there, and then I sold the CUDA when I moved back down here. And then once I did that, I just kept moving. I've done 69 Roadrunners, GTXs. I did a Fast and Furious car, the F8, the 72 GTX.
Oh yeah. Similar to this one.
That's right, same body style.
Yeah.
I did that one, did a replica of it, and I sent off the centerpiece of the dash to Vin Diesel and had it signed.
Oh wow!
And then it came back and I put it in there. I ended up selling that one and went to a collector in South Dakota. Currently I've got I got two cars in California, I've got one in Vegas, I've got one in South Dakota, Indiana, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Tennessee. I've got cars everywhere now that I build.
Excuse me for a second. I thought you said, obviously you are definitely a Mopar.
Yeah, Mopar guy.
Yeah.
I can know Mopars inside and out. I actually got started on with a CUDA when I was 18. I had sorry to say, but a Chevy Nova before that, and I hated the car, and I absolutely hated the car. And I went to a car show, and there was a 70 Challenger RT, black, red stripe on the back, 4-speed, 340, 6-pack car. I mean, gorgeous car. And I just grew over the car. And I said something to the guy, and he's like, "We're gonna go for a ride in it after the show?" I'm like, "Yes, please." And afterward, I was like, "That's it. I'm done. I'm done with Chevys. I want a Mopar." And I've owned Chevys, and afterward too, but I've always went back to
Mopar, no car.
That's exactly it.
Got you.
Yeah.
So how long have you been actually doing this? Like doing the cars and everything like that?
Sure, I've actually been doing cars on my own like this, probably for almost 9 years now.
Awesome.
So out of the 9 years, I've got about 14 cars, 15 cars I've done. I've also done some for customers. I did a 70 Charger for a gentleman, and the only thing he said was, you got to keep the same engine in it, which is 440. We have a 6-pack fuel injection system on it. And he said, and it has to be silver. And I'm like, oh God, silver? And I did it. I went ahead and painted it silver. I went ahead and kind of made it a little bit better. What I did was we did a custom stripe on the rear. I painted it on. The name that we came up with, every car that I do, we have a nickname.
Right, got you.
That car was Hyper. And because the owner of it, he was like, oh, so it really fit with him.
Okay.
So that car was Hyper. We did the Hyper on the back end instead of like Dodge or anything else. We did Hyper. Interior, we went with a red interior and black.
Oh, nice.
It is
Over, yeah.
absolutely gorgeous. And that one went to Texas.
Do you find most of your cars through yourself or through contacts? How do you find both?
Yes, I every morning it's kind of a ritual thing. I go on to Craigslist and Marketplace, and I'm on there looking to see what cars are available,
Right.
What's popping up. This particular car, the 71 Satellite here, it actually came from a neighbor or somebody local. I met him at a car show. Started talking about cars. I needed parts for the F8 that I did, and he goes, "Oh yeah, just come on over." When I went over there, I'm like, "Wait a minute! You got 7 cars sitting here. You're not doing anything with any of them."
Right.
And he's like, "Yeah, I might sell them. I don't know." And then a few years later, I ended up buying them. So in this deal, like I was saying before, I got 2 satellites, 2 71 satellites, and a 71 GTX. The 71 GTX is extremely rare. It's a one-of-one car.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that would be a Meekum or a Barrett Jackson car in the future.
Yeah.
It's CF7 purple. It is no power brakes, no power steering.
Oh, wow.
It is just 440 engine, air grabber hood. What really makes it unusual and rare is it was a exported car. It was built. The guy that bought it, a gentleman from Savannah, when he was going to Vietnam, at the airport, he ordered it.
That's the one you put.
They shipped it to Vietnam. He had it there for 3 years. They put about maybe 1,200 miles on it, and then he shipped it back. And the car's been in Savannah the whole time.
Wow.
Yes.
So now, are you going to do that one back original?
100% original.
Okay, gotcha.
Date coded everything. It's all numbers matching already. In fact, the engine and transmission sitting right there behind it.
All right, we're going to get a good shot of all that stuff.
Yes. So, but yeah, it's going to go 100% back to original. Yeah, it'll probably go across either Meekum or Barrett Jackson.
All right, well, hey man, you let me know when you're
will,
done with it, man. We'll come and do a follow-up on that, definitely.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that one, once this satellite here is finished up, which will probably be into this month, 1st of February, I have a Restomod Challenger coming to me from Fort Lauderdale. I got to do some work to it and get it up and running like it's supposed to. And then it's going out of the way. I have a 69 GTX coming to me, and we're going to do all the metal work for that guy.
That's one of my favorites. 69, that's one of my favorites.
Exactly, and then I'll get that GTX in here. I do a rotisserie that I will put it on, and then we'll go through the whole thing. So it is all metal put in it, everything. So
awesome, man.
Yeah,
Good for you. So
his satellite's really nice.
yes,
and they're very, these. They're getting more popular in the last couple of years.
They are.
They kind of were like little sleepers, like they weren't really sought after. And now people are like looking for them.
That's right.
And they definitely stick out. They got a personality.
They got a unique body style.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
Yeah.
So
I like the 71 and 72 a little bit better. I do the 3 and 4, just because of the way the front end is. But they're all still coming up. I've done multiple 73s and 4s. I've owned quite a few of them. And but I still lean back towards the 71s and 2s.
So my first Mopar, while I'm a Mopar guy, I had a 65 Plymouth Fury 3 convertible.
Oh wow.
So with a 318 in it. So have you come across any Furies or any, was that C-body?
They are a C-body. I don't do too many C-bodies.
Okay.
I stick mostly B-bodies, E-bodies, anything from about a 67 through 74 are my main ones I do. I did a 67 Belvedere too.
Okay.
And the story behind this car, found it on Facebook Marketplace. contacted the guy. He's like, yeah, you know, I bought it. I was going to do something with it. I'm not going to. So I drove all the way to North Carolina, took a look at it, and I said, okay, I'll buy it. So I brought it home, started cleaning it up. First thing I found out was it was a turquoise car originally. It was the person that owned it was in Jack's Beach, Florida. The car originally had 9,000 miles on it, and it was still at 9,000 miles. The other thing that was unusual with the car was it had 3 build sheets with it, all the documentation, everything. I could follow it from the time it was dropped off at the dealership until where it was at.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And that car was just incredible. The original 383 in it. It still had the silencer pack.
That's a nice shape car. That's a nice shape car too. That Velvet.
Yeah,
67, you said?
67.
Yeah, I know those are nice. With that almost kind of like a triangle lane in the back.
Yes, exactly. So I've done that one. That was a fun car just to drive around and cruise in. But it was a white interior with a teal color.
Oh wow!
There was only, I think there was only like 14 of those built like that. Air conditioned car too, 383. But the guy that I bought it from had repainted it to a sunset orange, kind of a dark metallic orange, and the paint job was so good I just couldn't change it. But
But you know, every car has a story, every car has a personality, and sometimes it kind of tells you what it wants to do. So
that's right.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to just let it do what it do, right?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's real good, man. So we're gonna feature some of those cars that you talked about and some of the screenshots and we'll get some pictures of this.
Yeah, definitely.
And throw that up there on there, man. Well, yeah, man. Appreciate you just giving us a few minutes today, and big up to High Octane. And how long you guys been in business?
About 9 years.
9 years? Well, man, we're looking forward to some more stuff coming out of the shop here, man. And we're definitely going to keep up with you. And good luck in the future. And then keep doing it, man.
I will.
Awesome.
The Belvedere, I actually took it down to Caffeine and Octane at Jekyll Island. And I was planning on just, putting it in there for the show. And it was going to be in the parking lot or whatever. So as I was sitting there, I got it unloaded and everything, and the guy was like, where are you supposed to be at? And I said, well, I don't know yet. Let's just stay right here. While I was waiting on him, this lady come up and she looked at the car and she's walking around and she's checking everything out. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So she comes back with the guy that I was waiting on. And they said, well, we decided we're not putting you in the parking lot. We're going to move you inside of the actual building.
Cool.
And I'm like, well, that's cool. So pull around the building, I would get in there, and as soon as I pull in, I'm looking around going, am I really supposed to be in here? They had one side was nothing but Ferraris and Porsches and Lamborghinis, and I'm like, nice. And then the other side was old cars. And they had one of Chip Boose's cars, they had a Ken Diggett's car, they had all these other custom cars in there, and there was my little car, and I'm going, this is incredible.
I think you were meant to do this because I mean the way you started off with the awards and everything like that, and then just to start getting in there.
Open it up.
Start getting in there with some of the heavy hitters and stuff like that, man.
Exactly.
This is your calling. This is your thing.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it.